Kick it.
One.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody in between, and welcome to another round of Fight Night. I am Josie, joined by two of the finest gentlemen in the pro wrestling talk game, Mr. William H.D. Morgan, if you will, baby.
Hold on. There we go. Yeah, my son changed them again, but I got it now.
Oh, I see. I didn't get my theme song. I see.
I got you.
Wolfpack is back, goes on mass destruction. Gas to seal the bad boys of wrestling. Testing competition, win the war, that's their mission. Not no mercy, see the rings like the street. If you don't know, you better find out the Wolfpack. It'll prove a point, number one, just believe that you don't want to tussle with them. I'll be here for them, come in the ring with them, you're never walking out again. So you're back on the Wolfpack.
All right. Go ahead, Josie, do your thing.
And then we got Mr. Big Tone traveling down the road.
What's happening, everybody? Greatest theme song ever. Greatest tag team ever. Don't ever forget.
Doesn't matter what iteration.
With the Road Warriors.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, since he says he didn't get his theme, I got him. He is the host of this show. Let's go ahead and bring Josie in, hit his theme.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
All right, I'm good. Thank you.
Crowd is here, about to blow, waiting for me to start the show.
I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer, Big Tone.
Okay.
Whoa!
My father said, when I was younger, my top free metal man. He took it all away, I give it all away.
All right, so that brings up a valid question, and before Will, I'm about to bring back a segment. He can't even. He's not even listening to me.
All right. Now we got Josie introduced with Josie's theme music. We got Big Tone. We got myself. Everyone's here ready to go. Josie, take it away.
All right. So I was just saying that brings up a question, and before we jump into it, Will, I'm gonna bring back a segment we haven't done in a while. It is time for the wrestling question of the day.
Oh shit, we ain't done that in a minute.
It hadn't done this in a minute, but Cody's song always makes me think about this. Wrestling has more than one royal family.
It's like 6.
Yeah.
6? You think 6? I was gonna say, name the top 5.
I can name them off the top of my head right now.
Okay, go for it.
The Hart family. Well, no, they're number 2. The WYATT family.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns' family is number 1. The Hart family is number 2. The Wyndham family is number 3. Dusty's family is number 4. And the McMahons are number 5.
And then number 6.
If you want to throw the Jarretts in there, you can throw them in there. You can throw the
That's
in
no.
there also.
Number 6 is the shit. Now the name is gonna. They just made the movie off of them. Fuck.
The Von Erichs?
Yes, number 6 is the Von Erichs. Just because what they did for Texas wrestling as a whole.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
Well, you're always singing the praises of the Von Erichs. Always.
But I don't know if I put them.
Put them a little further down the line, though.
Yeah, I don't know if I put them number 6.
Numbers.
All right, who's your number 6? Because honestly, Who's your number 6? Because honestly, I agree with everything Tone said. Maybe the McMahons could be argued higher, but
All depends. Now, if you really want to do it that way, you'd have to go with the Vashons.
Yeah. Facts.
You got to go with them, or let's see, who else?
what about the Ortons?
I was just about to mention them. You got the Funks. Well, no, if you want to go number 6, that's Terry Funk. That's his. Yeah. No, I'll put it like.
You're also missing the Guerreros, who've had a lot of.
Oh, I forgot about Eddie and them boys. But if you wanted in the top 5, the Funks and the McMahons can be interchanged. If you really want to do it that way, you can interchange them. Or actually, all 3 of them. You're right. The Guerreros, the Funks, and the McMahon. They could all be interchanged. But if you really want to do it, it would go the Anawani, the Hearts, Blackjack Mulligan, and the Wyndham.
So we're not gonna count. We're not gonna count the Hennies or the Flares.
See, that's the thing. It's so hard.
Actually, I don't think you can count the Flares because generationally. Let me finish what I'm saying, Tone.
Go ahead.
Because
get your head cut off.
no, he definitely great, one of the greatest of all time. We've talked about him. He deserves to be on the Mount Rushmore. I don't know what the family name has that legacy because it's only been Charlotte. That's.
You got to remember David and David.
But David didn't do anything before he passed. David really, he didn't do anything of notoriety to really bring up the name before he passed.
Can we say this though?
You got what? Hold up. David held the U.S. title. David's not
again. That is a mid-card title that doesn't. It's not a world.
But let me say this.
I don't believe that.
14 occasions.
Yes. Hang on. Oh my God.
But let me say this too. You would be hard pressed. Like Charlotte, don't like her, which way you go. That's a hard father-daughter duo the top.
True.
That's
I will give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you father-child, and they're working on the generational. I just don't think it is technically generational yet. That is all I'm saying. Is that I think that the Flair generation is forming, and it will probably one day be at the top of that list that you just listed, Big Tone. But I just don't think it's been around long enough to can be considered that. Cologne is a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, the Cologne family. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, man, Puerto Rico in wrestling, that's like.
That's hand in glove.
Hey, I'll be right back. My daughter's crying.
Do your thing, man. Do your thing. But yeah, that's hard, man, to beat the top Flair and Charlotte, in my opinion. That's tough.
Yeah, it is. But the thing is, with Flair having
You're okay.
14, damn near 21 if you don't count him. He's got 21. Okay. With that, and you have to put David did win the United States title, but even though it's not the World Championship, you got to give him some credit.
Yes, very much so.
He was on TV. He won the U.S. title. He defended it a few times. Then he went and did what he did.
Yeah.
But that's his brother. His baby brother's the one that died, not David.
Right.
David's at home with his sister in North Carolina.
Yeah.
That's his baby brother that passed. And when it comes to the Guerreros, shit. you
That's tough too.
that list is a motherfucker because there's so
Yeah.
many.
Yeah, that's
If you
tough.
leave out one, you could be leaving out. That list is hard as hell.
Yeah, yeah, it's tough. It's really tough.
What's wrong?
But let's go ahead and get into the show. Did you get a chance to catch Monday Night Raw?
Yes, I watched it.
What was
And
some of your highlights of the show?
the highlights of the Raw. Okay. Awesome Truth lost the world tag titles thanks to our Truth thinking with his dick instead of his head. Which when it comes to her, I can't fault him. I can't fault him for that. If
She is fine. I ain't gonna say it fine. I don't like her wrestling ability, but she's fine.
Yeah, I can't give up on him. I can't give him too much heat. A piece of ass like that.
I'm sorry, man.
I probably would do the same thing.
Yeah.
Chad Gable's a bitch.
Yeah, he is.
But his heel turn is perfect though. He get rid of Alpha Academy. The Gacy brothers come up.
Mm-hmm.
You got a new stable right there.
New stable. Yep.
Okay. Damian Priest is going to leave the Judgment Day. There's no question about that.
I agree.
Because he's gonna lose that back to Seth. Then there's no question. He's gonna lose it back to Seth, and they're gonna have a mini feud until it's time for CM Punk to get that belt.
Right.
So that's that's already filler. So we already know about that.
All right, sorry about that, guys.
Agreed.
Let's see. Braun Breaker.
So, we moved on. Are we talking about Raw?
Yeah, we just going over Monday Night Raw.
I wanted to say, I actually watched this week the whole show. I can't remember the last time I watched a whole Raw. It's got to have been at least a year or two. And I got to say, I was impressed. It was a pretty good show.
It was a decent show.
The thing is, the way I love about it now is once they go to Netflix, it is on and pop.
Yeah, because the PG-13 rating is gonna go.
It is going bye-bye.
It's going away.
I don't think it's gonna go as far as y'all think. I think they're still gonna stay. They're finding, and I will agree with you, Tone. I think they're finding a footing to keep it PG, but add some edge to it. I don't see them go.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't think they're going to go away from PG because you still have to remember a good portion of the WWE audience is child. Yes, true. I know the 18 to 30-year-old demo is the biggest demo. That's the one they care about the most. But WWE is in a different landscape than most professional wrestling companies. They heavily appeal to the child. And if you start pushing too far, too fast, you'll lose that demographic because the parents won't want them to watch it.
That's impossible. I'm gonna stop you right there. Let me ask you this question. Now, when the Attitude Era was running, did parents stop them from watching it?
Right here, bud. Right here. I am one of those kids. I could not watch it. I did not start watching until the Ruthless Aggression Era.
I wouldn't want to get. Will was damn grown by the time.
Yeah, I was one of those kids.
My mama would tell me I couldn't watch that shit.
My daughters, my son, my stepson, my daughters would sit there on Monday nights and watch the Attitude Era with me.
Yep.
Nope. My parents weren't wrestling fans, and my parents were not wrestling fans, and I wasn't even allowed to watch The Simpsons up until a certain point. So,
hell no.
Yeah. So yes, there are parents out there that will say that.
But the thing is, this is the trick. They're going to Netflix, and if the kids want to, they got to pay for it. Now, if they already have a subscription to Netflix, it's on and popping. They can get away with anything.
And Netflix has parental locks just like any other app.
Yeah, that's true. But
I'm just saying I don't see them going full on TV 14 on their shows. I don't see it. I don't see it.
I know they will not go fully back to the Attitude.
And that's what I said. That's all I was saying. That's all I was saying is they
That's
will.
not gonna
I
happen.
think you get. I think you'll get some elements of it in terms of you might see a little bit more violence. Not blood. But I think you'll see a little bit more
And
violence.
you also have to remember. It's one show out of 3 that's going to be on Netflix. So the other one's still got to follow all the rules.
But I think you'll get a little bit more violence on Raw. I don't think you'll see
chair
blood
shots.
and guts, and chair shots or anything. But I think you will see more violence on Monday Night Raw with this being lifted. Now, can you go back and do stuff like you did back in the day, bra and panty matches and shit like that? No,
Hell no.
But I think you will see more violence.
I think
a little bit more violence on Raw.
I think they can pull it off. I think they can pull it off.
No, they could not. No, they could not. No. Women's wrestling has changed. No women's wrestler today would agree to that.
You want to bet?
Shit,
I would bet.
That. I disagree. Mandy Rose would.
Hell yeah.
When Andy Rhodes doesn't wrestle anymore.
Yeah, well, she would. She'll agree to it.
There's a few.
There's a few that would do
I'm
it
just
now.
there would not. There's no way that would fly anymore. There's no way. Even on Netflix, that would get them in some shit because they would have people up in arms over it. The same thing. Because it's a different time. We're a lot more politically correct now. People get canceled for the stupidest shit, man.
That's why this place is so fucked up right now because people are pussies.
But I'm saying that's why it's not going to work. It's not going to work because of that right there. It's not going to work. You just answered your own question.
I think
I still think they can pull it off. Not all the time.
Never.
Like say every once in a blue moon.
I'm not saying you're gonna see Lita and Edge do their little skit again. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
you won't see brawl and panties matches. You won't see HLA. You won't see things like Billy and Chuck. Like those are things that.
But I think
no. Don't count that shit out. That Billy and Chuck shit. Don't count that out.
Again, bro, you would not see that today because the LGBTQ community would have a shit fit.
No, they wouldn't. And love it.
No, they wouldn't.
You know why?
No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't.
Because they have gay guys on. They have 2 gay personnel at AEW right now wrestling. Tell me they don't.
And you know what?
Yeah, but they're not acting like partners.
But you know what?
And they're not even tagging together.
But you know why they would love it though? Because it gives them what? It gives them one thing, Josie. It gives them representation.
Exactly.
Not when you got 2 straight guys playing gay men. No, it doesn't.
That don't mean that shit. Okay, it's a TV show. The fuck you think?
That doesn't matter. That is exactly what y'all get mad about when they whitewash TV shows.
Bullshit.
That is exactly what the black culture gets mad about when they whitewash people out of it. That's the same thing. It is the same thing. Putting 2 straight men to act gay is not representation. That is making a joke out of love.
But what if you get 2 gay guys go down that route?
If you got that, that's fine. But that has not happened.
You might have.
And I don't know who 2 gay men you're talking about. I don't know what 2 gay men you're talking about on the AEW roster. They're not both gay. Max Caster is straight and married.
One of them is. The other one is.
Yeah, one of them is. They're not. You said both.
Well, my bad.
You said both.
You got him, and you have what's the name of the transgender? So
Nyla Rose.
Yeah.
Also, that has nothing to do with what I was saying. I was saying you cannot have the storyline like Billy and Chuck today. I'm all for inclusion, and I wish more gay and trans and everybody would get into wrestling because this shit is toxic as fuck. But that has nothing to do with what I'm saying. I'm saying that Billy and Chuck would not happen today. HLA would not happen today. Ron panty matches.
I'm not saying all that would, but I just think you might get some elements of Dawn Marie when she used to go around in those super little outfits backstage, and the dudes would look at her. You remember the one where one of the Hardy Boys and Ron Simmons looked at her and they both went.
I don't know. I don't know if I see that because women's wrestling is in a different place. It is taken more seriously than it was back then, and I just feel like that's taking steps back.
I think that I think that some ladies would do it. I really
They've
think some
shown
ladies
they
would do
can
it.
be sexy and athletic.
I think some ladies would really do it. But then again, it all depends on your perspective of the world. If you think that we've gone above and beyond that, okay. But
The bottom one. After that,
some ladies wouldn't mind being put in that position, particularly if it's all it is. You wearing you're wearing something skimpy, dudes looking at you, ooh, and that's the extent of it. What the hell? That's my
Just
thing. That's my thing, because that's how dumb shit. She couldn't wrestle worth a damn. Yeah, she was a champion, Dawn Marie. Yeah, she was a champion. She couldn't wrestle for shit. She got by.
she couldn't wrestle for shit.
She
You know
got
who else?
she got by on looks.
I'm gonna tell you this. One other person. Who's the Francine? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Francine.
and both of those were known for that gluck gluck 5,000 behind the scenes.
No,
I'm just saying.
No, not Francine. Dawn Marie, maybe. Francine, no. She was married. That's why everybody thought Shane was fucking her, which is probably. I think it happened anyway. But yeah.
So she was still putting in the work for the job.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Tony, you stupid. Oh my gosh! I get where both of you are coming from. We'll have to see what this new lift would have an attitude within the company. You're not looking at Vince anymore. You're looking at Triple H. So,
And I like a lot of things.
Go ahead.
I like a lot of things that Trips has done. I don't agree with everything Trips has done, but we're going to talk about one thing. I wanted to say this. You know what got me to watch Raw this week? You know what got me to watch Raw? I saw the post that said that Jim Cornette did not like the WYATT 6, and I was like, oh, something in WWE that Jim Cornette does not like. I have to see this.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
A lot
of people don't like it.
But
I'm seeing a way more. As someone who is constantly reading comments, I'm seeing way more people praising it than hating against it. Yes, there are some people out there hating against it, but the fact that Cornette is hating against it, I love it. So we've seen two appearances.
AEW does too. So what's the problem?
He hates on everything AEW does. He hates on everything.
So
everything.
He decided on the E.
Yes, and that's what I'm telling you. Are making my points. That is exactly what I'm saying. He hates on everything AEW, and for once he hated on WWE, so I went to watch it.
Oh no, he's been talking shit about WWE all the time. Trust me.
No, he doesn't.
I listen to Cornette every day. I listen to Cornette every day. Yes, he talks shit about the E. How fucked up sometimes they are, and the good shit that they do, and the bad shit. Just like he does AEW.
Okay. He doesn't talk. What good shit does he ever say about AEW?
Nothing. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
There are some things that he does, and other things he just, because they are fucked up from time to time. They do some fucked up shit, and he calls them out. So he's just doing the same thing. He's just doing the same thing to the E.
I'm just saying he does. You just said he gives you the good and the bad of WWE, but he only gives you the bad of AEW. That's bias. I'm just saying. But anyway, that's not what I want to talk about.
Go ahead.
The WYATT 6, we've now seen them twice. I've got to say, I went back and watched the debut from last week. I know y'all have watched longer, but I will say that is one of the greatest debuts I've ever seen. Like, the cinematic of it,
was good.
The way, just the whole, like, follow me that Nikki Cross did.
But it's on Bray's. It's on
Bray's level. Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna beat Bray Wyatt's debut by debuting his family. Like, if you did, people would have been upset.
We knew that's not going to happen. But what I'm saying is, their debut, the way they brung him out, is on that level.
Yeah.
On the level
and then
when he did with the Wyatt family, when they came up
and then,
to the main roster.
Holy shit! That interview with Tyler. Fuck that. I agree with Bully Ray. That was not Bo Dallas. That was Tyler Rotunda, and that interview with him and
I saw that interview. I saw that interview.
Oh, so good! It was so good. It gave me chills.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna say
that
all
was
that.
Tyler. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say he doesn't have. It's not the way Bray would do it. It's just that it doesn't have that Bray.
He's not Bray.
I know.
You're gonna have to get with that. He's not Bray. They are doing this to honor Bray.
I know that. But what I'm saying is, certain things that Bray did, they're trying to do the same thing with Uncle Howdy before he died, and they did the Uncle Howdy thing first. It was perfect. But since he passed away,
I don't know if I would agree with that. I feel like they killed Uncle Howdy with that LA Knight Mountain Dew midnight match. That shit was stupid.
Well, everybody knew that because he had to go away and get it. They had to refine it. And Bray's the one that said to go.
He had just come back.
I'm saying
he had just come.
Do I want to do it this way?
He had just come back. He hadn't even been back 3 months, and just debuted the debuted the Fiend or that weird dude, and then Uncle Howdy made an appearance in that match, and then you saw nothing of it for months. That match was just dumb. It was just dumb, and it killed a lot of momentum that he had built at that point that he never got the chance to get back because he got sick.
You all right, big dog?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find a damn parking spot. That's all.
Oh. Gotcha.
Gotcha.
But I gotta say, this is interesting to me. I like the fact that they're kind of targeting Gable.
We just talked about that.
Yeah.
And
then the stuff they've done on McAfee's show has been very interesting too.
See, that's what got me. The VHS tape. Why are they giving it to Matt? Why do they want to give it to McAfee? Well, I'm lost.
They're interested in McAfee. They say he lied about something,
or they want him part. Because you got to remember when McAfee came on the scene, he was supposed to be. He was down. Him and Bray were cool. I have to park right here. And something happened. I don't know about him lying about something. I don't know about that.
Well, that's what Uncle Howdy responded to the post he made, saying that it was nothing. They just lost power, and Uncle Howdy responded and said, "You lied." So it's an interesting story. I gotta say, I'm intrigued by it, and Raw as a whole was pretty good.
It was a decent show. It was a really decent show. It was a really decent show. You saw Liv Morgan in all her glory.
Liv Morgan got the Judgment Day, the tag titles back.
Listen. I still don't like her. I don't think she can wrestle worth a damn, but she is looking good. I'll give her that.
This character that she's doing right now, this daddy's girl character with Dom, is so good.
Wait till Rhea come back.
Oh, Rhea's gonna beat the living shit out of her.
Hell yeah. She might whip both their asses.
The living shit out of her.
She might whip both their asses. Her and Dom.
That's gonna happen. You know
her
that's
and
gonna
Dom.
happen. Dom is fucked.
Yep.
He might as well just go ahead and tap that ass now because when Rhea come back, she's gonna kill him. But the word is, Buddy Matthews is coming back with her.
Oh shit.
That's the word. Buddy Matthews is coming back with her.
Oh shit.
So
I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
You gotta keep that storyline going though.
Yeah.
We gotta keep that storyline going. We can't let that storyline die.
Not yet.
Yeah. Keep it going.
So we got Money in the Bank in a week.
Mm-hmm.
Are we excited?
Unless Roman comes back then? No.
Damien about to lose.
Well, we know that.
Yep. He about to lose.
Who's he? Oh, you think he's losing to Rollins? You think he's losing to Rollins?
Hell yeah. A healthy
Why are they going to put it right back on Rollins? I don't understand that.
Because they're setting it up so when CM Punk gets done with what's the name? They can go at it because that's the big money fight for Mania. It's going to be Seth and CM Punk. If you
I
don't
don't want to
that,
see
something's wrong.
Seth champion. I don't want to see Seth champion for another 6 months.
Well, you're getting him.
I don't think it'll be that long. I think you see Seth and Punk at SummerSlam.
No.
That would make no sense because you haven't built anything.
Exactly.
That would be too soon.
You don't need to really build a lot with them. Like the story is there. You don't need to build a lot.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. For Seth and CM Punk, yes, you do.
Because you have to make
What?
sure. Because you have to make sure the uninitiated, who doesn't know the history.
Exactly.
You have to make
bring
sure
their
that
ROH. You got to bring all that ROH stuff back
Yep.
and let them see it.
Yep.
Because a lot of people don't understand that.
WWE's not going to talk about that because it's owned by AEW. They're not going to talk about any of that shit.
But they will talk about. But they will have to build the hate between the two. How the hate got there. Yeah, they don't have to mention names of organizations they're in, and they won't. But they have to explain where the hatred comes from between those two.
Yeah, that's what that's mandatory. They have to do that because if they didn't, it wouldn't make any damn sense.
Because you got a lot of new fans that just like yourself. You watch Raw for the first time. And how long? You got a lot of people.
Yeah, but I still follow what's going on.
But you got a lot of people coming back to the E.
Exactly.
Because they're trying to find out.
Now we know Vince is never coming back. Oh hell yeah, they're loving it.
Mm-hmm.
They're loving it. Say no, Vince is never coming back. He has no say in anything. You got all those fans that left after Vince pulled that bullshit. Yeah.
A lot of people starting to come back, and they may not be aware of what happened with Punk. They may not be aware of what happened with Punk and Rollins. So you gotta loop them in some type of way and get a good build between those two.
You gotta put it. You have to bring it up. You have to bring it up.
I don't think Rollins is. I honestly don't think Rollins is beating.
All the reason why I say that I think he will is A, it's Seth freaking Rollins, and B, I ain't trying to front on nobody because he's talking well, but
he still needs work.
Yeah.
Damian Priest still needs work.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody say. He still needs work.
I mean, he's anybody?
Good, but he needs to be.
Yeah, he needs to get better. He needs to get better before you put him in that rarefied air.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I could see him losing is because I do think it's time for him to leave the Judgment Day. But
oh yeah, turn face. Because if you turn,
he's good. He's pretty much getting, because he doesn't come out with the Judgment Day anymore, so he pretty much is getting a babyface reaction.
Yeah, give him a babyface run. Give him a babyface run officially. Let him see what he can do with it.
Who is Cody fighting at Money in the Bank?
Does it matter?
No, it really
it doesn't seem. Oh, I've heard it's going to be fought too.
After that ass whooping he got on Friday night, I don't think he's gonna fuck with anybody right now.
I've heard it's going to be. I heard it's going to be Jacob.
Really?
No, not yet. No, they're not putting Jacob.
No.
I don't think it'll be I don't think it'll be a title match. Guys, let me finish. Jesus Christ. I don't think it'll be a title match, but I do think you're going to get a Jacob versus Cody match.
Not right now. You'll get
my only call for pause is who benefits from that? Cody don't benefit.
If it's a non-title, it makes this bloodline a little bit relevant again.
No, it doesn't.
They're already relevant.
God, are y'all just going to disagree with everything I say tonight? Jesus fuck.
Look, my thing is this, and I'm just being objective. I ain't trying to play devil's advocate or nothing. But my thing is, why Jacob? Because if you go back and you look at it, A, he just got there. That's number one. B, a non-title match at a pay-per-view? What?
Honestly, I think what more than likely is going to happen is some kind of three-way match with Owens, Randy,
Oh no, that's
Cody.
already set. No, that's set for Money in the Bank next week.
Now, if it's a 6-man,
That's what I was talking about. So
yeah,
you just
if it's Josie, if it's a 6-man, yeah, we can go with that. We can go with that, but not Jacob and Cody by himself. Jacob just got there.
I think. Let me rephrase. I think Jacob gets that win. I think Jacob gets that pin, and I think it might be on Cody because he has beaten the Bloodline. He has beaten the head of the table, and this kind of gives that Bloodline a little bit more steam.
Get him. Get him.
I don't understand your point, because if you go back and you look at it, okay, they've been the Bloodline's been getting steam almost every SmackDown.
I don't see it though, because I don't believe this Bloodline. Like Solo to me is not ahead of a table. It's not hitting for me. That's maybe why I'm saying it.
Well, you already know what's gonna happen. You already know what's gonna happen at the end of the day.
Will, you want to go ahead and tell him now, or you want him to wait and let it fester and let it slap him in his face already?
Because you already know what's gonna happen. You already know Rock's gonna take his version of the Bloodline. Rock gonna take his version, and then Roman gonna take his version, and there you go.
And I've said that for months. I'm just saying, right now, this Bloodline that they're giving me is crap. The best things out of it are Tungaloa and Tonga Tonga. Like, those are the best. Solo to me is just he's the Samoan hitman is what he looks like. The best thing coming out of this whole thing to me is Paul.
So you don't look at him. You don't look at him as a true leader of the Blood. You don't look at him as a true head of the table.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. You went from the.
That's all he is.
Well, yes, and I know that. I agree with that. But right now, they are trying to sell it as he is the leader. They are trying to sell that right this second, and it's not hitting.
It's already been established. He's a placeholder. Roman even said it. If I decide to leave, he takes over automatically.
I understand.
He said that on a SmackDown.
Yes, he did.
I get it. I'm just saying that it's not. Oh my god. But WWE is trying to make it seem like he is the leader, and it's not hitting. That's what I'm saying. It's just not hitting.
I think for what he's doing, and just being a placeholder, just taking a solid placeholder until Roman gets back. I think he's doing a good job for what he's in, for the role that they give him. Now, he ain't gonna be Roman Reigns. Ain't no way in the world he gonna be Roman Reigns. Because I've said this, it's kind of funny when you had him on NXT, he was talking like a motherfucker. But then when he came over to the Bloodline on SmackDown, what did he do all the time? He ain't say nothing.
No, they shut him up because they just wanted him as muscle.
Exactly.
And maybe that's one of the reasons is he's talking more, and I don't like his talk. Maybe that's one of the reasons. Maybe it's just Solo in general. I'm just not feeling like there are parts of this. Like I said, the two guys they brought in, I love. And then the Paul, I love the Paul shit.
Paul Heyman.
But maybe it's just Solo.
But Josie, I'll give you that because he is not, and he has never been the most enigmatic person ever. Correct. He's never been that, but he's not being asked to be that.
No, he's asked to be a placeholder until Roman comes back and do it his way.
Yep,
that's it.
Now you'll see him go back to his role. You'll see him go back to his role when The Rock comes in and takes over. He'll go back to his role then, and you'll be used to seeing that because that's all you know from him if you never watched NXT. But for what he's doing right now, I think he's doing good with what's been given. There's certain people.
Honestly, this is just my thought. I could see Jacob taking control of this entity. To me, Jacob is just a more powerful being.
But see, the thing that you're forgetting, he's not the anointed one. That's the thing that you
Yeah,
forget.
I get all that. I understand. I also don't think this bloodline, the Roman is in charge. I fully agree with you. I think this bloodline, the Rock is running behind the scenes and no one knows it yet.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh
just
yeah.
now figuring that out.
Oh yeah. That's been. I think that's been the case. That's been the case.
You just now.
Y'all were the ones just saying he was a placeholder for Roman. I am saying that. Oh my God, y'all just want to argue with me tonight.
Read
Jesus,
between the lines.
like.
Read between the lines.
Okay.
I just think that that's what you're gonna get between the two bloodlines. Rock gonna be over his bloodline, and Roman's gonna be over his bloodline. He gonna bring his boys, the Usos, with him. And
Tone, you were the one that said just a few weeks ago that you thought they were holding Jacob up because Solo doesn't look strong and Jacob would overshadow him. You said that just a few weeks.
Yeah, I did say. Yes, I did. I did say that. But if you look deep into it, he just at that particular moment when everybody's thinking Jacob was coming, they couldn't take him out. They couldn't bring him out yet. They didn't want to do that until a certain time. And I still say they should have waited until Saturday to do it at the pay-per-view. But
it would have been more impactful. It would have been more impactful. They would have waited.
Exactly. But
it would have been more impactful.
With his criminal record, he couldn't go anywhere. So he had to wait.
That's some real shit right there. Yeah. That's some real shit.
I mean, Jimmy can't go anywhere either.
He can't go nowhere either.
Yeah, they can.
No, Jimmy can't go to Canada. That's why they didn't go to Canada, because of his DUIs.
Exactly. He can't go nowhere.
Hardy can't either.
They stuck like both of them stuck like
that's why Hardy didn't ever make the tours with the AEW. He can't go over either.
You know that's some bullshit though. Oh, yeah. You know that's some bullshit though. If they really wanted him over there, you don't think Tony Khan could have got him over there?
Fuck yeah.
I don't know. Like you said, like there's some big names that have been held back from crossing over to Canada.
That's true too.
That could have thrown a little bit more money than Tony Khan was willing to for Jeff Hardy.
True.
All right. So anything else we're excited for going on right now in WWE?
I'm excited for the first time. I'm excited for the first time in a long time to see what NXT is doing.
That was going to be my next thing. The NXT TNA takeover. I got to say, I've been pretty impressed with it so far. Jordan Grace's match with shit, I can't even remember her name because she just doesn't. Yeah, I don't even remember. Perez, that's it. There we go. Roxanne Perez. She's just not. She just doesn't.
Hey, Josie, to me, to be honest with you, I never understood why you had that match in the first place. Because Roxanne just got that title back when it was made.
Exactly.
She just got it back. So it's like,
I think
you're just teasing. So basically, I think what we've been talking about the whole time through, you're just teasing open door.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just an open door tease. That's all it is. Because you saw in a few weeks after that, happened on Impact.
Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking of Impact. Let me bring this up real quick. Speaking of ROH, what's up with your girl?
Athena? Yeah. I have not seen or heard anything from her in a minute. What's she doing?
Bruh. It'd been about she was starting to have some matches on AEW and then just
her knee went
disappeared.
She had knee surgery. She had knee surgery.
Oh shit.
Okay, I hadn't heard she gotten hurt. Okay. I've been wondering why she's been doing. I've been wondering why she's been doing all this.
She was on ROH the other day talking shit, saying that everybody thought she was going to give up the title, and she's like, "Fuck y'all, I'm keeping it."
I wonder why. I was wondering why she was doing more Twitch with her husband in the ring. So I guess that's why.
Yeah, she's laid up. She's gonna be laid up for a couple more months.
Damn.
Well, on the TNA, so then you had Jordan Grace, then Tatum Paxwell was the surprise, which I gotta say was a.
What y'all think about Tatum? Y'all like her?
Yeah.
I don't really know much about her. Now, this is my thing. I thought that the surprise was going to be a bigger name.
Mm-hmm.
Like Natalia.
Ooh.
would have made huge sense to me.
That would have made.
That would have been beautiful. That would have been because that's what she's gonna end up anyway. I'm just playing. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to say that. But that's what's gonna end up. That's what's gonna end up anyway. She's gonna end up on Impact. Watch. She gonna do what Naomi did.
I heard she resigned.
So she resigned.
But she can still go over there and do it.
Yeah. But she's not going to end up. What I'm saying is, she's not going to end up in Impact for good. I heard she resigned. Yeah, I agree with you, Will. I wish she hadn't. I think she. I realize she's at the end of her career. I still think she could have went over there and been world champion once. And now I said that Natalya should have left 5 or 6 years ago. But
she don't want to mess up her legacy. She don't want to mess up the Hart legacy.
Yeah, it's the Hart legacy.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why. But you're right. She should have left about 5 or 6 years ago.
If you ain't using me right,
she could have. If she'd have left 5 or 6 years ago when AEW was kicking off, she could have been one of the first AEW women's champions.
And I guess, and I guess when you got somebody giving
or TBS or TBS,
and I guess when somebody give you a ton of money to do nothing, or just talk to the younger talent back then and just share your experiences and try to raise them up, and somebody paying you six figures.
She's gonna end up working right next to TJ.
Yep.
Producing.
And TJ is loving his life. He ain't got he does little bumps here and there at the training center. Other than that, that's all he does.
Yep.
And getting paid.
Loving his life, man. Loving his life.
It.
Well, I mean, he does a lot more. He does a lot more than just taking bumps at the performance center. His hands are on a lot of matches.
But that man got a fine ass wife. That man got a fine ass.
That's a man that definitely married above his station. He is
covered for real.
Yeah, she is way too hot for him.
Let me ask y'all this. Okay, we just talked about
hang on.
We just talked about R-Truth and Miz losing the title. We ain't say nothing about Bianca and Cargill losing their titles.
That's true.
Because we talked about that 2 weeks ago.
Ass.
Big Toe, you stupid.
No,
it's what Big Tone said. It's to set up the feud. It's to start setting up that feud between Bianca and Cargill. That's the match people want.
Yeah, we all want that. We've wanted that match since Royal Rumble.
Josie's wanted to see that since she was over in AEW.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, with this one right now, they're trying to get Jade in a better mindset. Then something's going to flip. Then that feud's going to happen between her and Bianca.
She's so. I mean, I got roasted in our chat for saying it, but I just thought she looked very, very green in that match. Extremely green.
She did, but I think she'll be all right. That's
why
I just
her under Bianca right now.
I understand that, but
and do it the right way.
Right.
Yeah, I understand that. There were some things in there that I felt were a regression. She has went backwards and not forwards.
It happens.
Again, I have been a Jade fan since they first brought her out in AEW. I want to see Jade succeed. Sometimes I wonder if it's going to happen. That's just my opinion.
I think so. I think so because she's got the backing behind her to get better.
Yeah.
It's not just her. It's not just her working on her skills. She got people under her, helping her getting to where she needs to be. Don't forget, Naomi is still a part of this situation too.
Exactly.
So don't forget that.
Exactly.
So that's why I said I think Jade would be fine. It may take a little bit longer than most to find her way because of what AEW does between the style of WWE, but I think Jade would be fine.
But the thing is, with that, she's trying, like you said, that's it. She's trying to find her way.
Mm-hmm.
And with Bianca and Naomi, helping her along, letting her make her mistakes on her own, and being there saying, you seen what she did. She said, you walk out of here with your head held high. And shit like that, There you go.
Because I don't care what y'all say.
All
I don't
right.
care what y'all say. The match that I think people want to see with her is her and Charlotte for the title.
Who?
Jade and Charlotte.
I would love that.
I don't wanna-
I would love
I
that.
don't-
Jade and Charlotte.
I don't want to see that match.
What? Why not?
I don't like Charlotte, bro. I don't like her. Like I never have. Will tell you.
Yeah,
Charlotte
yeah,
Flair
that's
is
true.
my
That's true.
Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
know,
like
can't
her.
stand Raquel. You know, I can't stand her. Her stiff ass.
I think she was given a lot because of her name that she would not have been given if her name wasn't Flair.
I don't know about that.
We can argue that another time. But anyway, I want to get back on this TNA stuff because we still got to talk AEW and we've already been on here almost an hour. So then last week, 25-man battle royal. You say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
That shit is corny, but it's cool. It's corny as hell.
Man, he took that song almost to the top of the iTunes charts. Like it almost was #1 worldwide.
Corny but cool. Corny but cool. Corny but cool.
Now this is what I will say though about the partnership. I don't understand this part. You brought Joe Hendry out. He was literally the first guy eliminated.
You seen that before though.
Oh, you always see that shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I don't think this partnership is going to really amount to a lot. Is because TNA is not going to let a WWE guy go over on their show if WWE is not going to let a TNA guy go over on their show. And
Why not?
because that's what y'all were just. Oh my god!
Think about it. If you let one go over, you know they're gonna try to come and get back on the other show. It's gonna put eyes on both.
Yeah, okay, but the one that's gonna go over, if it happens, is gonna be AJ. Because I've heard a lot of people rumoring that AJ is going to cross over at some point. He's already going to Bushi Road.
Yeah.
But does
I heard
that
that
shock
too.
anybody for him to go back to Impact?
it
Does that
really
shock
doesn't.
anybody? Not really.
But the thing
It's a
is,
big surprise.
No,
It's a big surprise if he goes back under WWE. He's still contracted to WWE. If he would to go back for a match, yeah, that would be huge for both companies. This is my issue. Why I don't know if that happens. You still have to remember, TNA front office right now is in a dumpster fire.
It's in shambles.
It is in shambles. They let go Start Demore. They let go of 4 other people, then 3 more quit after they let go of those people.
Because
They have no shows.
Because they were
They
all
have absolutely no shows booked outside of August, and that includes no time, place, or anything planned for Bound for Glory.
and you got to do something for that because that's their show.
That's one of their biggest shows of the year.
Show of the year. That's their show. So they got to do something. They got to do
So
something.
this is my thing. Yeah, the partnership is cool. I love to see it. I love to see that WWE is reaching out to many companies. I think that we are on a path that you see some AEW WWE crossover in the next couple of years with the way things are going.
They need to stop shit talking to each other before that happens. But yeah, I can see it too.
No, they're having fun.
I mean,
you know
yeah,
how kids.
yeah.
all companies shit talk each other. All companies shit talk each other. I mean, they're in talks. They're being rumored that WWE's in talks with AAA, and AAA tends to work with AEW. So I'm just saying, if you get those two companies working with a company that they both work with, the chances of crossover are going to get better. Real quick, I want to move into AEW. Forbidden Door this week, one of AEW's always best pay-per-views, and I got to say, this one has shaped up to be freaking great. I know y'all didn't watch tonight, but this go home show tonight was awesome. Looks like we're gonna get the Scissor Aces, Big Tone, Hiroshi Tanahashi is going to tag with the Acclaimed versus the Elite.
Bang, bang, bang.
The Elite.
Oh, so he got Tanahashi coming.
He got Tanahashi to take
Shit.
Daddy Ass's place because Daddy Ass is actually injured. He can't fight right now. So Tanahashi is taking Daddy Ass's place, and so it's going to be Tanahashi and the Acclaim versus the Bucks and Okada. Really? Just the Tanahashi and Okada in the same ring again gets me pumped.
Oh, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be good.
But we've seen that so many damn times it ain't even funny.
That's gonna be real.
I don't watch New Japan. I've never seen it. I don't watch New Japan. I read the things. I can't afford to watch New Japan.
You've never.
So I've never. No.
And you call yourself a wrestling fan, and you've never seen.
Man, you know how much money I spend on goddamn wrestling?
You do spend a lot of wrestling, right?
Yeah.
I give you
a lot of
that.
wrestling. I ain't gonna say a lie.
What I'm saying is, you can watch New Japan on TV for free.
I don't have cable, bro.
You have a streaming device, right?
And that's another app I can't pay for.
Oh, okay.
I pay for a lot of wrestling apps. I can't afford another one.
You need to make a decision. What's worth it? Because if I gotta pay for Impact or New Japan, I'm sorry, I'm going to New Japan every time.
I don't pay for Impact. It's not even that though. It's all the other apps I have outside of wrestling too. Like things are expensive, peoples.
Oh, hell
Things
yeah.
are expensive.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
So I went until they get like MLW where their pay-per-views are on YouTube within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I went and watched Battle Riot, their last pay-per-view, and I got to say, MLW, if y'all haven't checked it out in a minute, it's worth a check. It's worth a check out.
It's good.
It's worth a check out. They're still putting on some fire stuff, man.
The contrafaction is bad. Oh God, that contrafaction is something serious.
Man, you talk about crossovers. You talk about crossovers. Give me.
It just went to the stratosphere.
You talk about crossovers. Give me Contra versus Bloodline.
Ooh.
Oh, that would be lovely.
That'd be good. That'd be
But
good.
Yeah.
the thing is, you're right. Because, like I said before, Jacob started the controversy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You give me. I want the original.
Mm-hmm. But Josie wants.
I want the original Contra with him, Simon Gotch, and shit. What was the other guy's name? I can't think of it.
No, you won't have that. That'll never happen.
And you want to?
Simon Gotch will never go back to WWE, but
no, hell no. But you want to see that against Roman Reigns' bloodline?
yes, that I love the original Contra. I thought it was great.
That original
I don't get me wrong; they have grown it well. They have made that. Mads Kruger is fucking crazy, man.
Lunatic.
He's a lunatic. But yeah, I checked out some MLW last night, and I was very impressed. Very impressed. So yeah, Forbidden Door to me is really stepped up to be another great pay-per-view. MJF versus Hector Cero. I'm excited for that. I am also excited that we are seeing more promotions involved this year. You're seeing matches versus CMLL, not just New Japan. Big Tone tonight. So MJF opened the show. Sorry for spoilers, but I got to tell Big Tone this. He was about to start talking. Daniel Garcia comes out, gives his whole speech. MJF says, well, actually, Danny, I was going to call you out here because I have a question I want to ask you. And he goes on this whole spiel. And then he offers Daniel Garcia, MJF, all in Wembley.
Damn.
Ooh.
But what happens? The Billy Goat's music hits. And
Will Ospreay.
Will Ospreay comes out.
Hey, my boy.
And he totally ignores MJF, doesn't say a word to him, goes to Danny, and before he even has it, he offers him a shot at the world title and the international title next week on Dynamite. And Will hasn't even won that title yet.
That's what I'm about to say. I know. Swerve's still got this. Swerve's still the man.
Yeah, cocky, didn't say a word to MJF, walked out. And then Danny was gonna say something to MJF, and he was like, "Nah, bro, you gotta keep your mind on that. I'm wishing you luck," and walked out of the ring.
They're setting it up for Wembley for MJF and fucking.
It's gonna be Ospreay versus MJF at Wembley for sure, for sure.
There's no question.
But yeah, I'm excited for Mox versus Nato. I think that's going to be an awesome match.
He needs to lose it. He needs to lose it. They need to give him a new belt because that belt sucks.
Oh yeah, that's I hate the new WWE Championship. You went from one of the greatest titles of all time to that bullshit.
The version 3, love that title. That one they got now is trash.
Straight trash.
Yeah.
Straight trash.
You're getting Orange Cassidy versus Zack Sabre Jr., which should be a fantastic match.
Orange Cassidy does not need to go over on this.
He will, but
he shouldn't. If he does, they just fuck Zack Sabre Jr. They just fucked him. If they let Orange Cassidy go over on Zack Sabre Jr., and he's number 2 in the world behind Will Ospreay, are you out of your fucking mind? That'd be the dumbest shit.
He's not signed to AEW. He's not signed to AEW.
No. That's not the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I've seen some worse.
Dumber.
But yeah, that's why I had to catch myself. That'd be up there.
It'd be up there though.
I don't know if he wins, but I don't think it ends clean. I think someone gets involved. You've got they on Rampage this week. Gabe Kidd and Roderick Strong are facing someone together, and Gabe Kidd was at the sideline for that match. So I think Gabe Kidd and the United they're saying that the Bullet Club War Dogs and United Kingdom are conspiring, basically. So
really now,
yeah.
See, they need to put.
So.
I honestly think they should put Red Dragon back together.
Ooh.
Bobby Fish will AEW will never re-sign Bobby Fish.
Why?
Because he was caught trying to tamper with contracts for WWE.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. That was a big story. That was a huge story.
I
forgot about that.
Going back and forth between both of them, or he was trying to figure. Oh, okay.
He was because when he moved over there is right when Triple H took over the first time, when the accusations first came out.
Mm-hmm.
And so Bobby started talking to Triple H again and started talking to Cole and Roddy and all of those guys and trying to persuade them to break their contract and come back.
So he wanted to put the Undisputed Era back together in WWE.
And then when he got busted for it, Tony cut him, and then WWE wouldn't take him back.
Yep, that was a huge story.
And so that is why he will be on MLW the rest of his life.
Okay. You can dream.
Bobby burned a lot of bridges. That's just all I'm saying.
Agreed.
Then why don't they put the Wolves back together then?
You're talking about Davey Richards?
Yeah.
The other one is fully retired. He's got injuries. He can't ever wrestle again.
That's why I said, can you? Because I know the other dude was hurt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He had to retire. So yeah, those are 2 tag teams you'll probably never see again, bud. Unfortunately.
That's a damn shame too.
Yeah. Because Red Dragon
Um,
was those. Well, I
that was a
go
beast.
ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah, Red Dragon was something serious.
Yeah, they were.
yeah.
All
So,
right.
you also got the TNT ladder match. I hate to say it, but I think Jack Perry is winning this match. Unfortunately.
Duh. You could have saw that. You saw that a mile ago.
Real quick, last question. So the Owen Hart started.
Mhm.
I gotta say, I get excited for this tournament now. Like I'm really I enjoy this tournament, and I really like that this year the winners get a world title shot.
Mhm.
Um, Jeff Jarrett in it for the first time. Everybody, if you know about Owen, you know that him and Jeff were like best friends. They traveled together.
They're
Um,
brothers.
they were brothers, probably closer than him and Brett were. Um,
Probably. Yeah.
honestly, and so Jeff is in the tournament for the first time, and he's got a wild card. He's not knowing whose face it's. It was announced tonight by the Elite that it's their wild card. So who do y'all think it could be?
Okada.
No, it's not going to be Okada. They want someone else to come in and win the world title, so they have all the gold. They want Okada to keep the Continental.
I don't know then. That's tough.
Hangman.
Yeah, it could be Hangman.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's who I think it is. I think it's Hangman.
Could be Hangman. Adam Page.
What happened to the Switchblade?
Oh, he's fighting. He's in the Owen Hart. He's in the Owen Hart. He had a match tonight. He beat Ray Phoenix. He made it to the semifinals.
Cool.
Yeah, and then Juice is back. So
Really?
Yeah, Juice.
Juice is finally back.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're doing like a Thunderbirds thing with the trios titles. Any of the four
You mean the
can
Freebirds?
defend them. Or Freebirds.
You said Thunderbird.
Hey, guys, you know what? I've said it before. I wasn't watching in the 80s. Give me a goddamn break.
I'm giving you a break, man. I'm sorry. I just had to point that out. I just had to point that out. That Thunderbird. It was like a cartoon.
No, I wish I could have.
Justice League of the Thunderbirds, Infinite Defense.
I wish I could have taken a picture of Tone's face when I told him that I wasn't allowed to watch the Attitude Era.
That shocks me.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Why don't
what?
you go back and watch it?
Because I know your mom a little bit. And I didn't know she was that strict back then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my parent. It took my best friend when we were. It was 2002 when I watched my first wrestling, and it took him being into it to let me watch it.
Right.
And I was older at the time, but yeah, I was one of those kids on the bus that had no idea what people were talking about. No idea.
No, the one that got me was when you said you ain't never seen New Japan. That's the one that got me.
up.
I've watched. I'm not saying I have not watched New Japan. I have watched some of their stuff on
YouTube.
on not YouTube, on whatever they used to come on cable. I've watched some of their like weekly shows. I've never gotten to watch like Tanahashi versus Okada because that's always at a pay-per-view. And I don't buy their pay-per-views. So
you can look those up on actually if New Japan go, you can call them up on YouTube.
Yeah. I'm just saying I hadn't seen that match, so that appealed to me because I've heard the stories of the match, I've heard about the matches, I just haven't seen the match.
Right.
It's the same thing like I've seen clips of Ospreay versus Okada, but I haven't seen the whole match.
Right. Gotcha. All right, we got anything else we want to talk about, gentlemen, before we roll out for the night?
Try out some free wrestling. Someone go check out some MLW. I won't say go to make. Oh wait, there was one thing I wanted to talk about. Will, your girl Camille seems to be getting a little pissed.
Why you say that?
She tweeted a couple of weeks ago about not debuting already. Sounds like she's getting a little frustrated.
She'll be
They
all right.
got plans for her.
They got plans for her.
She
That's
all right.
another.
I
That's
think
another
I
problem.
bet.
Serious plans for her.
Yep.
Oh, and we didn't talk about Monet going up against what's her name for the New Japan Strong World Title
That's going to be a match from hell.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
going to be a match from
in a
hell.
good way or a bad way.
In a good way, because
Oh, okay.
she's watched her. Sasha's watched her girl for the longest.
Yep.
And picked up pieces from here and there. When she was in Japan, before she got hurt by Willow Nightingale, she was training under her, so she knows a lot of her shit. So this is going to be a damn good match.
Oh yeah.
I've got to say, Forbidden Door has shaped up to be a fucking fabulous pay-per-view. I wish I had the money to buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if there's nothing else, I want to say thank you for coming out to watch this version of Fight Night. We'll be back here same bat time, same bat channel to go over the world of professional wrestling. Everyone have a great week, and we'll see you then.